Shooters, welcome back to the Shooter's Bay. This is D. In today's video, I want to just have a little conversation about carry guns and pistols in particular. And what do you guys think about carrying expensive pistols versus just carrying a regular pistol in a regular price range? Now, regular price range is different for everybody, but I'm going to go ahead and say a regular price range for a carry pistol is somewhere between $300 to $600. That's a good range for a gun that you're going to just carry every day, a defensive gun. Now, me and a friend of mine had a really good debate about guns, about carry guns, and how much you should spend. He's from the school of you should spend $1,000, $1,500 on a carry gun because you want to carry the absolute best in quality to ensure that it's going to fire every time. I think that's rubbish. There's no way you have to spend $1,500 on a pistol to get a quality pistol that's going to go bang every time. And the friend of mine, he doesn't know that much about guns. He knows a little bit, and he doesn't have a lot. He has a few. I know a lot about guns, and I have a lot of guns. You guys know that. And I said, hey, look, you can spend under $200 and get a gun. If you don't have a lot of money and you say you only got $300, you can get yourself a gun for under $200, and you can get some ammo and a holster for $300. You can definitely get something that's going to do the job. Is it going to do the job the way you want it to do the job? Yeah, absolutely. What do you want a gun to do? A gun is not like a car. You want to put your finger on the trigger, pull it all the way back, and go bang. Yes, a sub $200 gun will do that. And there's quite a few of them that will. You can get a high point for like $140. You can say what you want about them. They're ugly, they're heavy, they're made out of the cheapest pot metal on earth, but I have yet to see a high point jam. You can go on YouTube right now and pull up torture tests for the high points, and guys are dropping them in sand, mud, water, pulling them out, and they're going bang, bang, bang every single time. So no, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, would you spend a little bit more money than a high point? Yeah, not because you question the high point's functionality. You just, it's heavy, it's bulky. Not a lot of good carry options for it, as far as holsters and things like that. So it's not really a good, comfortable gun to carry. When I think about a carry gun, I don't think so much about how much it's going to cost. I think about the comfort, how comfortable it's going to be for me to carry it. But back to the pricing for a carry gun, I'm just going to show you a couple of guns that's in my collection that don't cost an arm and a leg. Now, some of these guns are going to start I'm going to use today's price instead of what I paid for them. Some of these guns are going to start at, you got the Taurus G2C. Well, this is not the G2C, it's the G2. The Taurus G2, you can get this for under $200, just about everywhere. And we're going to go all the way up to probably the most expensive gun that I have here on the table, the Sig P320, which right now is probably about $500. Maybe you can even catch them on sale for a little bit under $500. So, and there's going to be a lot of guns in between that $200 to, let's say, $500 range. There's going to be actually, the most expensive one on the table might be the Glock 19. Now, the Glock 19 might be running neck and neck with the Sig P320 right now, because this is a Gen 4. The Gen 5s are out, so yes, we'll see. So, starting with the Taurus G2. Now, this is a great little subcompact pistol. It holds 12 rounds plus 1, so you're getting 13 rounds. It's got a thumb safety. I recommend this gun to beginners, people who just got their license to carry and they want to carry a gun. I recommend this gun all the time because of that thumb safety, and I recommend that they train with this gun because of the thumb safety, just so you can learn how to articulate this safety. It's not a hard safety to manipulate. See? Very easy. Now, I know some of you pro gunners, you commandos out there, you got a thing against guns with safeties. I don't carry a gun with a safety, but at one point I did. I got my confidence up, and so I started carrying guns without them. But for beginners, I think carrying a gun with a safety is excellent. I'd rather carry the gun. I'd rather be able to bring the gun out of the holster, but you got to train to do it. I'd rather bring the gun up, flick the safety as I'm coming up with it, than to have to rack the slide to chamber a round. A gun with a safety, you can have your round already chambered with the gun on safe. It's great for beginners. And this is a really good carry gun. I recommend this gun to a lot of people. Even if you're not a beginner and you don't have a lot of money, but you need something to carry, this is a good gun to carry. And you can get this gun for $200 out the door just about everywhere. Now we're going to move up a little bit. We're going to go up to about $250, about $225, $230. This gun price is all over the place, but it's rarely under $200. It's always right at that $250, $270 mark. But sometimes you can catch them on sale, and you can even catch them used. And that's the Smith & Wesson SD9 VE. We're going to go ahead and get that mag out. It shows clear. Now, I like to put the magazines back in the guns to show you guys the full picture of the gun. That's it. This is a good gun. You can get this for about, we're going to say $250. Now, of course, the price on this is a little bit all over the place, so you might find it for $225, $230, $250, $270. But I rarely see this gun at that $300 mark. I have at one point, but not often. And this is a good gun to carry. Very reliable. Choose up every ammo you want to put in it. Hollows, hollow points, full metal jackets, whatever. I put in all kinds of different ammo at the range, Blazer Brass, MagTech, Winchester White Box, all kinds of different ammos. The Federal ammo, everything goes in here, and it doesn't jam, it doesn't hiccup, it doesn't do anything, it just fires. So this is another example of a good gun that you can carry every day, and it's going to be very reliable. So we put that over there. Now, as far as guns that you can carry every day, we're going to move up a little bit. So right now we're at about, we'll say we're at $250 on the high end. We're going to go up a little bit in price. So we're going to go up to $299. And here's a really fantastic gun. This is the Ruger American Compact. Okay? This isn't the Pro model. They have a Pro model, but this is the standard Ruger American. Now, with this gun is heavy. This gun is heavier than the last two, but it's got a really nice premium feel to it. It's got excellent Novak sights on it. It's got a rail on it. This is a really, really nice gun for $300. And you can get this gun. You're going to get 12-to-1, plus you're going to get another magazine. I forget the capacity on the other one is upstairs. Just to show you, nice grip. Okay. This gun is $300 just about everywhere. You can catch it on sale for about $275, $280, and if you can get one used, you're going to get it even cheaper than that. But for the price, I would recommend the first two guns plus this one. I recommend buying these new because they are budget pistols and they're reasonably priced new. So I would buy these new. Now, when you start talking in that $500 range, if you don't have it but you want it, you can find it used. Go for it. But the Taurus G2, the G2, the Smith & Wesson SD9 VE, and this Ruger American Compact, you can get these new. I mean, they're really not that expensive. But this one by far, even with the mag out, is very heavy. So this is a heavy gun. So you might want to be careful about selecting this gun. Before I say someone to go out and buy this gun, go to the range and work with this gun. Now I'm gonna say, because of the weight, the recoil on it is very manageable, and it's a very accurate, flat shooter. Because it is heavy, it's got a very heavy slide on it, and that really do help with the recoil. But again, I would say just for carrying this gun, go ahead and check this one out at a local range before you commit to buying it. And that's at the $300 mark. So you see, we already got three choices, and we only at $300 on the high end. Now we're going to move up a little bit more. Now this is a full-size gun. Okay, so far we dealt with two compacts and a subcompact. Now we're going to move up to a full-size gun. We're going to go to the Canik. Actually, no, we're not going to go to the Canik. Yeah, we're going to go to the Canik. Okay, we're going to go to the Canik. This is the TP9. TP9 is an excellent, excellent gun. It's a larger gun. Now it's full size. So for carrying, now some people like carrying full size guns. I don't. I'm a big guy. I can carry a full-size gun. Now, I don't mind carrying a full-size gun in the wintertime when I'm wearing a coat, but even in the spring, I'm not carrying a full-size gun. I really don't even really like carrying my Glock 19 in the summertime. I usually go down to something a little bit smaller. Even though the Glock, I can do the Glock all year round. But this is an excellent gun. It's about 300 bucks. This is going to run you, it's going to run you the same money as that Ruger American Compact, but this is a full size. So if you want a full size gun, an excellent full size gun, this could be a good choice for you. Now we're going to put the magazine back in now. You're going to get you get two 18-round magazines with this guy right here. You get a lot of accessories with this. You get a cleaning brush. You're going to get a paddle style holster for this. And it's got some nice features. As you can see, it's got a rail. It's got a decocker. You can decock it. It also has a pre-cocked trigger where you can just pre-cock the trigger a little bit, get it ready. This is an excellent gun for the money. Again, this gun can be had for about 300 bucks. I've seen these as high as 350. I forget what I paid for this one, but I think I paid, if I'm not mistaken, I think I paid for this out the door. That's with the transfer and everything, about $335, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think I got this a couple years ago on a Black Friday sale on, where did I get, was it Bud's or Classic Firearms? I think I got this from Bud's Guns during a Black Friday sale. And this is an excellent gun for the money. If you want a full-size gun and you're not trying to spend a lot of money, the Canik TP9 V2 is an excellent choice. So now we're still at 300 bucks. Could be 350, but the Canik, I do believe you can get this Canik now for about $300 because there's actually a few. This one is a couple of years behind. They actually have a couple of newer of the TP series guns out right now. This is an older TP. So, next up, actually, you know what? We skipped one as far as price, so I'm going to go back. Here's another one. This is a full-size gun as well. This is the Walther Creed. This is $250 everywhere. So we're going to go back a little bit. So this one, you would have, in the price category, you would have the Taurus. You would have the Smith & Wesson. And then you would have the Walther Creed. A nice full-size gun. This is a loaded up gun for the money. I mean, for the money, it's loaded. You got a pick rail, decent sights. It's like a hybrid type of trigger. See, it's got a hammer, but it's an internal hammer. Really nice gun. It's a great shooter. Decent trigger. Really good trigger. I mean, it's Walther quality. The grip is awesome on this. You're going to get two 15-round magazines with this. This is a great gun for $250. If you like carrying big guns, this is an excellent choice to carry. Good shooting gun. It's got Walther reliability, but it's just a budget gun. It's light. It's a very light gun. For it to be as big as it is, it's very light, and it shoots really well. So this is the Walther Creed. You can get this gun all day for about 250 bucks. So we got 3 guns, actually 4 guns under $300. Actually 5. Let's go back to under 3, because we're getting ready to cross the $300 threshold. Actually, we got one more before we cross the $300 threshold. So we're going to do one more. This gun can be had now for, actually this is a little bit over $300. So we're going to recap what you can get for under $300. Now you can get more, but I'm just giving you examples of what I have. You can get the Taurus G2, and you can get the G2C, the G2 Slim, and there's another one. You can also get the G3 for under $300. Is that under $300? That's about $250, I think. So you can get the G2, you can get the G3, the full-size version of this gun. You can get the Smith & Wesson SD9VE for under 300 bucks. The G2 is going to cost you under 200 bucks. You can get the Ruger American Compact for under 300 bucks. Out the door might be a few pennies over 300 bucks, but the cost of the gun is going to be about 300 bucks. You can get the Walther Creed for under 300 bucks, even out the door. The Canik TP9 V2, you can definitely get this gun for 300, probably right at 300. I think when these first came out, they was 300 to 335. I don't even know if they hit 350. All of those are excellent guns. All 5 of those guns are excellent bangs for the buck, and I would carry any of them. They're very reliable guns, and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to have one. Now we're gonna start moving into guns that are over $300. Starting with a gun that's probably right at $300 or $325, $350. When this gun first came out, this is the LE. This is the law enforcement edition. It came with 3 magazines, night sights. This one was $4 1/4, and it's worth it. It's a really good, really good subcompact gun. This is the Walther PPS M2. This is a really nice handgun. I really enjoy carrying this gun. This is my go anywhere gun because of how small it is. I can take this gun to places where I'm not supposed to have a gun. Being a larger guy, I can carry this. I can conceal this gun very well. And this is the gun that I take to places I'm not supposed to have a gun. Now, I will say this. I do not take guns to my workplace, and I don't take guns to federal facilities. But everywhere else, I'm taking this with me. Even if they got signs that say, no guns allowed, this gun is with me. And this gun is about, right now, you could probably catch a standard for about $300. The law enforcement edition might be about $350 now, $3 1/4. And the only difference, again, is with the law enforcement edition is you're going to get night sights and an extra magazine. That's pretty much it. So that's about $300 to $350. So you're crossing that $300 mark. Now we got a couple more. We're going to go to this. Again, this is a full-size gun. The CZ P07. Now this is the suppressor ready model. You can get the standard model that doesn't have the suppressor or the raised night sights. This is an excellent gun, a very good shooter. It's a full-size gun, hammer fired, really nice night sights, suppressor threaded barrel. You're going to get 2 15-round magazines with this. A really cool gun. I do like carrying this. I carry this every now and then. Not much, but I do carry this gun every now and then. It all depends on what mood I'm in. I'll go ahead and pick this one up and throw it in a holster and move out with it. Definitely not a summer carry gun for me, but in the wintertime, it opens up. I can carry pretty much whatever I want. But this is a good gun. You can get these for about $400 out the door. So you see where we're going. We didn't even hit 500 yet. And you looked at some quality pieces for the money. Now, you can get better, but you're going to spend better. So now we're going to go to... Now, the price on this little guy is all over the place. But I'm going to put it next because... Yeah, I'm going to put it next. This gun is the Springfield XD9. This is a subcompact pistol. It's a great little pistol. I do enjoy carrying this. I probably carry this almost as much as I carry my Glock 19. This is a really cool gun for me. The only thing about this gun is it looks weird. It's just chunky, blocky. It's got a really tall slide on it. Like, well, not the slide, but the way the slides sit on top of it just make it look just tall and blocky. But I tell you what, it's got excellent sights on it. Excellent sights. It's got the grip zone safety. A lot of people don't like the grip zone safety. I don't mind that. I'll be honest with you, because the way you're supposed to fire a gun, you should have a full grip on that anyway. So really good gun. I like it. It shoots well. It's got some decent features to it. It's got a loaded chamber indicator to pop up. I do enjoy that feature. It's a really cool gun. And this gun, the price on this one is all over the place. I seen this one time for about $450, but typically this gun is over $500. Not too much over $500, but this is usually at $500 or more. Is it worth it? I know before I got this gun, I really wanted it. And I actually traded a Glock 17 in for it because I wanted it. And the Glock 17, I had a Glock 19, so I really didn't need the 17. But I kind of regret getting rid of the 17 because the 17 is an awesome gun too. And I might get a 17 later on down the road. But I really, at the time, I wanted this gun. I wanted the Springfield. I know some people don't like Springfield for political reasons, but I like their guns. I think they make really good, beautifully crafted guns. And this gun is about I'm going to say be prepared to shell out 500 bucks for this. Now, you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper now, but I think when I got this, it was trending over $5. This was trending about $5.50 when I got it. So now this gun, you probably be able to get your hands on this one for under $5 or right at $5. And that's a good gun. If you want a really nice subcompact with great capacity, you're going to get a 13-round and a 16-round magazine with this. Think about that. Now, the 16-rounder is going to have an extension, but you're getting a subcompact with full size or even compact with compact capacity. So 13 rounds, that's definitely compact gun capacity. And the 16-rounder, that's full size gun capacity. So you're getting quite a bit of functionality out of this little puppy right here. Next up, I got two here that's going to be at or just a touch over the $500 mark. And these are quality pistols. Now, I'm going to put the Sig P320. Now, this is the X carry. This is the Sig P320 X carry model. What I mean by that is you have the compact slide on the full size frame. Okay, that's how you're able to do the 2 17-round magazines with this gun. It actually comes with three 17-round magazines and a holster. So this is the Sig P320. This is the X carry model. Okay, you're going to get, again, that compact slide with a full size frame, 3 17-round mags, and a holster is coming with this with a nice rail. I can't really say a lot of bad things about Sig. I can't really say anything bad about Sig. The only thing I can say about Sig is they had an issue with these guns not being drop safe. This one is a recalled model. This has a good trigger. Now, I didn't drop it. I don't make a habit of dropping guns, so I can't tell you if it won't discharge if dropped, because I don't plan on dropping it. It's a good gun. It's got really nice night sights on it. It's got a nice feel. If you got big mitts like me, this is a really good gun. It's got really nice stippling on the grip. You'll love carrying this gun if you're into carrying larger guns. Now, it's a compact, again, it's a compact slide, but a full-size grip. So this is going to be the problem with concealing this gun. So let's put the mag in and see how she looks. This will be where you're going to have a little issues concealing this gun. Not so much the slide, it's going to be this full-size grip. And this is the Sig P320. This is the X carry. Now, is it the X carry or the compact carry? It's one of those. It's the compact carry or the X carry, but it's definitely compact slide, full size frame. Okay. Next up is good old faithful, the workhorse of the gun world. This is, say what you want about Glocks. The sights leave very little, the stock sights leave very little to be desired. The trigger is not the best in the world, but it's not the worst. You do get a nice crisp break on a Glock trigger. Okay, it's not the world's greatest. It doesn't have second strike capabilities. There's quite a few features from the Glocks for what they are. I would love to see the Glock come with second strike capability, but for what it is, this is a really nice gun. And what makes Glocks so thorough, you can get anything you want for a Glock. You can, if you want to upgrade the trigger, if you want to custom do the slide, it's ridiculous just the amount of things you can do for a Glock. Like I said in previous videos, and I'll say it again, Glocks are like the iPhones of the gun world. Everybody makes accessories and things for this gun. So if you do invest in a Glock, just know that you can do a lot with it. You can trick it out, make it, you can just take a Glock and truly make it your own. Now, you can do that with a lot of guns, but Glocks is just readily available and just easy. You can do whatever you want with a Glock 19, Glock 17, whatever. You can just, the sky's the limit. If you got the money, you can really make a Glock your own gun. And this gun, this is a Gen 4. The Gen 5s are out. You could probably get a Gen 4 for under 500 bucks. Used probably $350 for a Gen 4. Gen 4s, I like Gen 4s. I like Gen 3s, actually. The Gen 5s are okay. I don't have a problem with the Gen 5s. But this Gen 4 is pretty cool. And I carry this probably most of the time. I even do carry this in the summertime sometimes. This is the Navy Tribute Edition. So, that right there, we got 3 guns at the $500 mark. That's at or just a touch over the $500 mark. Now, The reason why I went through all that is because you don't have to spend $1,000 to get a good quality gun. I just showed you, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 really nice pistols that are under $600. That's right at the $500 mark on the, so starting at under 2 to right at 5. Or maybe a touch over 5. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a decent quality pistol. And if I was involved in a defensive incident and the DA had to take any of these guns and it got lost through red tape, the only one that I would really be pissy about is my Glock 19 Navy Tribute Edition, because I don't know if I'll be able to get another one, or I may have to search high and low and I would probably end up paying more than what I paid for this one. It all depends. I think I can still get this, but this would be the only one I would really be salty about if it got taken, if I had to use it in a defensive incident. Now, I know we don't think about the price of the gun during a defensive incident, but you may think about it afterwards. You may say, damn, I really, especially if it was a defensive incident where you didn't have a choice, where you just don't feel no guilt about it. Because sometimes somebody will really be begging you for it, and you'll have to do what you got to do to defend yourself, your loved ones, and you're going to think about your gun. Well, but if it all depends on the incident, I do believe, where you have to actually think about the gun. But there's no way you would want to carry a Sig Legion, like I said, a CZ Shadow, a COPPA Rhino, a Ruger Alaskan. That's like, those guns are $1,800, not $1,800. Those guns are like $850 all the way up to about $1,400, $1,500. And if you lose one of those through political red tape, and that's all it is. If it's a defensive incident and they deem you, and they clear you, the DA clear you, you get your gun back, cool. But sometimes you may even have to go to trial. It all depends on the situation. So my whole thing is, why invest thousands of dollars into a gun that you're going to carry for personal defense, and you have to use that gun, and the gun get caught up in red tape? So I say I'm not opposed to buying those expensive guns and having them in your collection, having them as range queens, having them as home defense guns. But far as a gun that you're going to carry every day, I would say around the $500 to $600 price on the maximum end, and as low as $200 on the lower end, and you'll be fine. You will be absolutely fine. With the exception of this edition, it's now a standard Glock 19 and these two guns. If they got taken from you and got caught up in a little political red tape, I don't think you would lose any sleep, especially if you got more guns. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I just wanted to show some people who might come by and watch this video that you don't have to break the bank, and you can tell some of your friends, because more and more people now are getting their license to carry. More and more people are getting their license to carry guns because the world we live in is becoming more and more unsafe. Even though the government is pushing laws, draconian laws, to take our rights to carry from us, more and more people are actually buying guns. More and more people are getting licensed to carry, because it's bad out there. It's bad out there on the streets. I live in Philadelphia for the most part, and it's horrible. It's bad. It was bad years ago. It got better. Now it's even worse. People are dying in Philadelphia like you wouldn't believe. If you can search on YouTube for some of the local news channels here in Philadelphia, and it's horrible. There's triple, quadruple shootings every day. They're just not shooting one person no more. They're driving by and just gunning people down like it's nothing. Home invasions are back. They're on the rise. Whatever you can do, if you live in a state where you can have firearms, that's why I'm saying, if you can have firearms, don't think that you have to save up all this money to get a gun. Take $200. Get your ass down to the gun store. Grab a Taurus. Don't let nobody tell you a Taurus is not a good gun. This gun will save your life. Train with this gun. Get this gun. Okay? Get a high point. I don't care. Get something. But you don't have to spend $1,000. You don't have to spend $2,000 to get a quality gun to protect yourself. This is D from the Shooter's Bay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And again, back to the backdrop here. This is the recording area that I got for now. I lost my little recording space to my wife and daughter. They took over my recording space because I stopped making Shooter's Bay videos. For a while. So my daughter and my wife took over that recording space. So now I'm sharing the space with my son. He got his video game section over there where he do all his video game stuff. And I got my little cubby over here. So This is D. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.